Hey folks, it's JP, Moco Woodsman. I'm going to do a little bit different video series here. Just put it on YouTube for the hell of it. No real reason. But what I'm doing, a 1949 Farmall C that my grandpa picked up sometime in the mid 90s. I think 94, 90, 95, right in there. I remember I was 9 or 10 at the time, maybe even 8. I remember he brought it home and I looked at my dad and said, "It ain't green." Because up until then, all my grandpa had was John Deere's. But he either got tired of paying the high dollar for parts or not finding parts, and then he decided to buy a Farmall, thankfully, because over the years I've really fell in love with Farmalls. So this is a 49 Farmall C, and I'm doing some work to it. I've already done quite a bit, but let's go ahead and take a look. I figure I better start filming now. Better late than never. All right, so there she is. Got her in the garage here, and as you can see, got this thing pretty well tore down already. So what happened was this thing sat for 6-7 years, last 6 or 7 years roughly. Didn't run. The reason it sat was because the tires were roached, wouldn't hold air, back tires, weather checked, just old, probably the original tires that were on it when my grandpa bought it in '94, and they just wouldn't work. So we pulled it in the garage, my mom's parked it. Wiring was shot. Meant to work on it sooner than later, but 6-7 years passed, and now here we are. So I recently rewired it and had it running. It fires right up, which is a pretty good sign. No, I don't think there's any issues with the engine, but I decided I was going to change the gear oil at that time, which is where I ran into an issue. So I drained the gear oil, and after it drained, I found this piece of metal laying on a bowl gear in there. At the time, I didn't know what it was because this isn't my area of expertise. But after doing a little research, I'm looking into it. That's a bearing retainer. So I knew I had a bearing that was bad somewhere. So that's what prompted me to start tearing this apart. And my suspicion was it was this bearing on this axle here, because that piece was right on the inside of this on the bowl gear. And sure enough, after I got the axle removed, there it is. I'm not sure where the rest of the bearings are. I'm hoping maybe they're in the bottom of that gear oil, but I have not reached down in there to find out yet. So that's where I'm at. Once I realized I had to take the rear axles off, I thought I might as well go ahead and paint this, because I'm never plan to have it this tore down again. And not only that, but all the rear seals were bad. You seal here on your brakes. The brakes were shot too, both sides. So those had to come off anyways. But the seals were shot. These seals down here on your shaft with your clutch and your brake, these seals are shot. The seals inside here were obviously shot. And even the outer axle seals. These bearings look good, but these seals are junk, because when I pulled the cover off, the gear oil just poured out of there, and it was leaking before. There was actually no gasket on this, which I don't know why. There should have been, but I've got the new gaskets. But like I said, got to get to that point to where I'm putting it all back together. So I figured, since I have it this far tore down, I need to start painting. So that's what I'm getting ready to do. I'm getting ready to start cleaning this up. Gotta get all this old flake off, all the rust. Get this thing best I can get it to put some primer and paint on it. But that's what it looks like. I'm gonna sit there and bore you with that too, Mont, but you can see a few seconds already. Looking good. This isn't really a concern, but it's definitely showing the age. So all this pitting on this metal, this is where the battery sits. So this is your bracket for your battery box. This is where your battery sits on the tractor, and all the years that the battery's been there, leaking, acid, corrosion. That's what all this pitting is from. Because as you can see right here, just a few, 6 inches in front, there's hardly anything. That'll be nice and smooth when I clean it. I'm not sure where all these little round dents are. But yeah, that's definitely pitting from where the battery sat. All right, so I'm not too familiar with the IH code 211, so that's February 11th. Can't tell if that's an S. Looks like an S to me, but I'm not 100% sure. And that's the number is going to be the year that this was casted. This not necessarily the year this was manufactured, or not necessarily the year the tractor was put together, but the year that this piece was casted. So 211, and whatever S turns out to be. I haven't got any others visible yet. That's the first one. So I'll have to look into that. 211S. Cool. My glasses get foggy. It's time for a beer break. Look at them new tires. Look at them bad boys. 11/2/36. Hindsight being 2020. I wish I would have cleaned the rims up before I put the new tires on. Kind of a thought I had, but what's done is done. We'll just have to be real careful when we wire brush these off, not to knock off the valve stem, all that good stuff. But oh yeah, new tires. Oh, these will look good on there when it's all put back together. All right, folks. As you can see, I'm getting down to bare metal quite a bit of places. Still a lot to do. A lot of, especially where all this pitting is, there's a lot of rust and whatnot down in there. But it's working. It's getting clean. It's definitely a slow and steady kind of process. It's going to take quite a while to get this wire brushed up. I'm thinking I should sandblast it. Well, I don't have a sandblaster. I don't have access to a sandblaster, and everything I've seen on YouTube from guys that are doing tractors, they recommend not sandblasting just because the sand gets everywhere and gets in places you don't want it, and it's really hard to clean out. Not to say this is not a messy process either, very messy, but it should clean out a lot better. And I got openings covered best I can. Starter opening, put some cardboard over, and doing my best to keep things covered. But definitely gonna be a long process. I got all the wheels to do, the weights, the whole thing, basically. So, just gonna keep plugging away at it, little by little, whenever I can. A couple hours after work, whenever I get the chance. Primarily, we use this tractor growing up for putting in the spring garden every year. Bush hogging during the summer, a lot of bush hogging, and a lot of logs hauling. We hauled a lot of logs up out of the woods. We were heated with a fireplace. We didn't have a furnace in the house growing up. It was solely wood burning stove for all the heat, and we hauled a ton of logs out of the woods with this tractor back in the day. So yeah, that's really what it was used for, and that's probably what it'll be used for again. Food plots, stuff like that, bush hogging. Eventually, we'll get there. A couple more months, and hopefully she'll be rolling out of here. Getting this thing down to bare metal is what's going to take forever. I mean, I went over all this, and standing here now looking at it, there's just little spots everywhere. I'm going to try to get it as best I can. Like I said, I'm not doing a showroom paint job on it. Just want to get a paint job on it. I'm probably going to do a rattle can. I don't have a compressor. I don't have a paint gun. I don't have all the stuff to do a showroom paint job. So just gonna rattle can it, I believe, but got to get her all cleaned up first. So we'll keep working on it. But that's gonna be it for this video. Just wanted to give a quick introduction, what's going on, where I'm at with this, and catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.